Guys, what is up? This is Real American Josh, and I'm here with the next team on our game-by-game predictions, and that would be the New York Jets. Now, the Jets went 5-11 last year, but they exceeded expectations. This year though, Quincy Enunwa is possibly not even going to be back with the team. So, number one, who the heck is their weapons? Like, who are they throwing the ball to? Like, I can't think of anybody on that team. Like, maybe Robbie Anderson, maybe. Was it him or was it Enunwa? I actually can't even remember. But obviously there's excitement around Sam Darnold, who they drafted. Overall, the Jets really are not that. I don't think they're going to be that good this year. Let's go ahead and get in these predictions. So, week one at the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions getting used to a new coach, a new type of defense, a new offense. Not really. Jim Bob Cooter's back, but that's the greatest name in the NFL, Jim Bob Cooter. But anyway, he's got this Detroit offense rolling, and the Lions dominate 38-17 at home against the Jets. Week two at home against the Dolphins. The Jets lose 35-21 here. If you've already watched my Dolphins video before this, you'll know I don't think the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins. Week three at the Browns. The Jets go on the road and they get a 24-17 loss to the Browns, so an 0-3 start. And actually, as much as they brought Josh McCown back. Josh McCown might start these first 3 or 4 games. After that, Sam Darnold's taking over. We might see some of Teddy Bridgewater this year too. I think Bridgewater's actually gonna be like the best out of the 3 quarterbacks this year. But Bridgewater's only gonna be there a year. Next year, he might show off a little bit for a team that wants him next year, like a team that might need him. Let's say Giants or Redskins. Maybe they become interested in Teddy next year. Maybe he goes to a team that wants him. Maybe even the Bengals, possibly like a team that, you obviously already know I don't think the Bengals are going to be very good. I think this could be Andy Dalton's last year and Marvin Lewis last year, so maybe a new head coach likes Teddy Bridgewater and how he performed, who knows? The Jets have an intriguing quarterback situation, one of the more intriguing quarterback situations in the league. Alright, so basically, the Jets are off to an 0-3 start, and the losing continues. At the Jaguars, they lose 38-0, which might actually be my first shutout prediction of the year right now. The Jaguars, at home against the Jets, Leonard Fournette goes off. Blake Bortles has a good day. I think Bortles will have a good season this year. Actually, honestly, I think the Jaguars are in contention for the number 1 seed in the AFC. I think they can really give the Patriots some problems with that number 1 seed. The Patriots play a pretty decently tough schedule this year, so who knows? Who actually knows? Next game at home against the Broncos, the Jets lose 20-17, so an 0-5 start to the season. Not what the Jets had in mind. And I think at this point, Josh McCown is the Jets finally realized the journeyman quarterback's not going to work, so insert Bridgewater or probably Sam Darnold. So insert Darnold. And they'll start off at home against the Colts. The Sam Darnold era starts with a 23-20 win over the Colts. Yes, I think they'll beat the Colts. Already, they're 1-5 now. Not really an impressive win over the Colts. They had a close win over the Colts, but they do have a win now. They're not going 0-16. Next game, though, it's rough. At home against the Vikings, that's a loss, 31-3. They get almost shut out. Maybe they get a field goal early and the Vikings completely dominate the game afterwards. I don't know. Maybe the Jets hold the Vikings in the first half. They struggle. The Vikings struggle a little bit, pick it up in the second half and dominate. 1-6 for the Jets. Next game. On the road at the Bears, and I've got the Jets winning this game 21-16. I don't know. I'm not completely. I think the Bears are a very talented team. I'm not completely sold on them being great this year, though. I think maybe they want to be in contention for that number 1 pick. so that they can pick up like a new star piece on offense. Like they really know that, other than like they really know maybe they need another star wide receiver or an offensive lineman. You know, the Bears think they can do it, but they need another weapon on offense. I don't think they have the weapons on offense to contend. You know, that defense is very good, but overall, Jets win this game. Next game on the road at the Dolphins. You already watched my Dolphins video. 24-10 loss. Like, they're not going to beat the Dolphins. I don't think the Jets are anywhere near as good as the Dolphins are. Like, next game at home against the Bills. A little bit of surprise here. A surprise 27-24 victory. So yes, the Jets do win their third game of the season. But I mean, obviously they're far from a playoff contending team. Next game at home against the Patriots, a 31-17 loss. Maybe it's a closer game than most people expected, but still, like, they're not going to beat the Patriots. Like, the Patriots are too good. Next game at the Tennessee Titans, that's a 24-7 loss for the Jets. Like, the Jets can find no offense on the road whatsoever, so the Titans completely whoop them. Next game at the Bills, that's a 34-21 loss. The Bills get revenge and dominate the Jets. You know, like, I mean, I just don't see the Jets being able to do much this year. Like, they really need some improvement in the secondary. They need more weapons on offense. Like, they need an offensive line or run game. Like, they don't have it. They don't have any of it. Like, they might have exceeded expectations last year. They're going to drop way below expectations this year. Like, a lot of people might say, hey, these Jets, they got the potential to go 7-9, 8-8. No, they don't. I'm sorry. Next game at home against the Texans, a 34-17 loss. I think that Texans offense is about to be really explosive. Deshaun Watson, you know, Lamar Miller and Deontay Foreman forming a pretty good 1-2 punch at tailback. You know, like DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, a great receiver. Will Fuller, I think he's coming into his own. Jalen Strong can be a really good receiver. You know, and overall, like I mean, I think the Texans are going to get it together this year. Next game at home against the Packers. Come on, you already know what's coming. A 35-10 loss. Yeah, like, come on now. The Jets are not beating the Packers. Like, now, personally, I don't think the Packers are as good as people think they are. I actually think they're not going to be as good this year. I think they drop off some this year. So that might be a surprise, actually. Last game at the Patriots. The Patriots actually, you'll be surprised. Like, I've got the Jets losing 24-20 in a close game. But, I mean, like, I'm saying, like, it could be the Patriots resting their starters. It could not be. Like, you'll have to find out during the Patriots predictions, you know. Like, you know, there might be a surprise in the AFC East, you know. Like, I mean, it all depends on things. Like, all right, but here's something that I forgot to mention. In, like, the 5 previous videos, I've been meaning to mention it. If you check out the description, there's a storyline that's basically describing what I'm going to be talking about in the video, most likely. Like, what is the main storyline of the team? You know, some teams have more than one because it's really intriguing, you know. Like the Steelers one is really intriguing, you know. Like, I mean, if you watch my Steelers predictions, they started out undefeated, 7-0, and dropped 6 of their last 9 games. But anyways, like, there's not much intrigue to the Jets other than Sam Darnold, you know, how he'll develop as a rookie. And possibly their quarterback situation as a whole, you know. But, like, the Jets, they're probably 3 or 4 years away. They're in a complete rebuild. They're probably 3, 4, maybe 5 years away from even competing with the Dolphins, Bills, and Patriots. Like, I mean, they obviously beat the Bills in 1 game this season, but, like, a 1-5 divisional record is not very good, you know. So, like, anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Coming up next, the Bills predictions, and I'll end it off today with the Patriots predictions. And tonight, later on tonight, I may try to stream. So, like, stay tuned for that, guys. Anyways, Real American Josh out. Peace.